I think it's time to get back to these wheels. I bought this tape on Amazon. It came in various widths, very thin, like 1/16, 1/8, quarter, half inch, and 5/8 or 3/4. So I'll figure out what best to use to get these things taped off. I don't think I have time to paint today. In fact, I know I won't. I have a feeling this is going to take quite some time. This is not so easy. I started with this 1/8 inch tape. You can barely see it on here because it's kind of translucent ends right there. It's very difficult to get that small tape on there. Then I went to this 3/8 inch tape, which I seem to be able to put down a little bit quicker. What I'm doing is cutting off a piece of this so I don't have to handle the roll. So far so good. With this tape, the adhesive seems to be holding up. Seems to be sticking on there quite well. It's just really difficult to line up the edge of this polished portion with the edge of the tape. Push it down and then fold it over. Here's what's going on with the spokes. I'm taking this 5/8 or 3/4 inch tape. This seems to be kind of an easier method, and I'm wondering if I should do it on these also. I may try it after I flip this wheel. I've already got this masking tape all the way around the perimeter of this wheel, but for the spokes I can lay this stuff down then get the X-Acto knife and trim it off. I've done the spokes on this wheel. It takes a while. Of course, I've never done this before. I'll probably get a little bit better at it. Hopefully I can speed this process up a little bit. Trying a little bit different technique now. Cut a piece of tape. Overlap the inside of the wheel. People that have done this before might say, well, you should have done that from the beginning. But I've never done this before. So what I've found is you have to push it down really hard to make sure it gets that inner edge where I'm going to trim it in just a moment. Nice sharp blade. Alright, I got a bad spot right here. I got to put a little piece of tape here. But that is a little quicker. I'm done with one wheel. One more wheel to go. This is very laborious. I keep going over it and trimming little pieces. But I think I got it. If this tape will hold up for a night, I'll be painting these wheels tomorrow after I tape the other one. A little more trimming here. I'm in the final touch-up stage of this process, and you think you're done, but you're not, because you end up with little overhangs that need to be trimmed off. Little tiny ones. Guess it depends how picky you're going to be on the final product here. I keep cutting off little tiny things, and then I have to make sure those little tiny things don't end up on the wheel. Like that. Man, that was a lot of effort. This is a punishment you would give your kids if they did something horribly wrong. There's some of the trimmings. I did start using blue painter's tape when I was taping these things off, even on the perimeter here. But I found that this vinyl tape that I bought off of Amazon was a whole lot quicker and easier to use. It's bendy and you can get one continuous run all the way around the wheel on the perimeter. It's easier to trim too. Trimming the paper painter's tape, it tended to bunch up. Here's my paint booth for today. It's a very warm day, which is great. Unfortunately, the wind is picked up. That's bad. I got a bad spot right here. I got to tape. I did decide to use primer on these wheels. If nothing else, just to try to get some uniformity. And there is a few bare spots on the aluminum here and there. I'm just about ready. I'm shoved up against the pool house here because it tends to break the wind over here. Hope this works. Here we go. No turning back now. I'm kind of digging the gray color. I think I'm going to stop. This is the one I almost don't want to paint because it looks so beautiful. But too late. Here we go. Is one 12-ounce can enough to do 2 wheels? We're going to find out. This is after one light coat. I called Duplicolor. He said to put very light coats of this gold paint on here. This is after 2 light coats. It's looking quite beautiful, I must say. But the can is getting a bit light. I think I'll be able to get 3 coats on these wheels, 3 light coats. Is one 12-ounce can enough? I think I'm going to the store. It probably would work. I want to get a little bit more on there. I've went through all this effort. Why not? I had to go to 2 stores. I was hoping AutoZone would have this stuff, but they didn't, so I had to go back to O'Reilly's where I bought the first can. Get out of here, bee. Are you ready for the reveal? I don't know if I am. Oh no. Am I taking it off too soon? Maybe I just need to be very careful. No, darn it. There's paint buildup on the edge. Some of it's coming off good, some isn't. I think I'm gonna have to razor it off. Here's the reveal on the front wheel. This one's coming up better than the rear wheel one did, but there's a little touch-up I do to it afterwards. Very nice. The tape came off much better on this wheel than it did on the rear wheel, but I'm going to do the same touch-up procedure, which is taking a razor blade along the edge, and it's giving me a nice edge because I'm going to have to come in here with polish later, and if I have this edge on here, I'll get a buildup of wax or polish. Just a little tiny bit of paint is being cut off the edge. There we go. This side's all done being razor bladed. Kind of bevels the edge and it comes out really nice. This is where this project started months ago. And now we have some finished product. I would say they turned out very well. I'm really happy with these. The tape that I bought from Amazon worked really well. And that gold paint, Duplicolor gold paint, part number 111, I think looks really quite beautiful on these wheels.